This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hi there, I'm Kaylee O'Kelly with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Phoenix fire investigators are working to figure out why a multi-million-dollar home exploded Saturday. A neighbor's doorbell cams capturing the blast near 36th Street in Lincoln. 6 other homes were damaged, including Jeff Buells, who says he was just sitting in his living room with his family when he felt the blast.
No, we thought maybe it was our garage, but yeah, we quickly went out, and then our neighbor across the street was waving an arm. She goes, "That house just blew up." My son and I ran to the perimeter as close as we could get, and we were yelling into the house. We called 911, and then we went to the perimeter, and we were yelling into the house because I didn't want to go inside. We didn't know if there was another explosion or something, so we were just yelling to say, "Is anybody in there? Can you hear me?" And we didn't get a response, and fortunately, the owners were not there, so very blessed.
Yes, this could have been so much worse. We are told that there was no natural gas to the home, and thankfully nobody was hurt. An unpaid bill, an unreachable landlord, leading to a lot of headaches for a family in Mesa when the city unexpectedly shuts off their water and for several days. All new for you this morning, the Let Joe Know team jumping into action to get it back on and get some answers to keep this from ever happening again.
The neighborhood is kind of rough, but he's been a good landlord.
Pam and her adult son have lived at this fourplex in Mesa for 12 years. With rising rents and very few options for Section 8 housing, the thought of leaving, not an easy one. But Pam says the thought has crossed her mind after going more than a week without water.
Something told me to go turn the water on and nothing. So we called City of Mesa to find out why. And that's when he said he hasn't paid it for 2 months.
That's right. The landlord had not paid the water bill for 2 months, despite it being his responsibility. Pam says she was forced to get creative, unable to flush her toilets, shower, or do the dishes.
It got to the point where I would hardly eat because I just didn't know how I was going to do the dishes because I was worried about the water for the bathroom.
Pam contacted her caseworker, finding that Section 8 had to go through an inspection and repair request process that could have left her without water for more than a month and end with her needing a new place to live. So Pam's caseworker contacted Christian Lundeen, a house specialist with Copa Health, and she reached out to the city for answers.
They said no, that it wasn't their problem, that they are within their rights to turn off the water, and I asked even at the detriment to a tenant, and they said yes.
Feeling stuck, Christian says the next email was to us, pleading for a way to get that water turned back on. So we reached out to the city of Mesa, asking about their shutoff policy and why tenants say they weren't notified. They said they were attempting to contact the property owner, but in the meantime, water would be restored with a notice it could go out again, but not saying when. We're very happy the water's back on. Still a big question, where is Pam's landlord? We tried calling, voicemail filled every time we tried. Go to abc15.com/letjoeknow for more on what to do if your rental needs repairs. I'm investigator Joe Deuce. If you got a problem, let me know.
Well, paying off your credit cards really does have a big impact on your credit, but how you use your cards, that's important too. First, pay the bills on time. Another big factor is debt to credit utilization, and that's the percentage of the debt on all of your credit cards divided by the sum of the credit limits.
Scores like to see that utilization at 30% or less. And here's a pro tip. Americans with the highest credit scores, their debt to credit utilization is under 10%.
Experts say it's a myth that keeping a small balance on your credit cards will help your credit score. Their best advice, keep your balance as low as possible at all times. Well, stand-up comedian Heather McDonald saying that she will be back to the Valley after collapsing and fracturing her head during a comedy show in Tempe over the weekend. TMZ, the first to report paramedics at the Improv Theater treated the headliner, and the call initially came in as a seizure. The comedian has said that she doesn't know why she fainted, only guessing it may have been dehydration.
Time now for that most accurate forecast. I'm meteorologist Iris Hermosillo. Low pressure clearing out to the east. Winds still strong in parts of our state through the morning with some lingering breezes this morning in the valley too. But then this storm system clears out and high pressure becomes the dominant player. Winds will lighten up this afternoon into the evening. And then we're looking at dry conditions through the rest of the week with warmer temperatures too with that ridge of high pressure in place. We'll see storm systems passing to our east at times, but at this point it's looking like we're going to stay dry and just see that warmer weather here as we go through the next 7 days. days. Temperatures today 40s and 50s across that northern half of our state, with Phoenix topping out at 72 degrees. Lingering morning breezes, gusts near 20 miles an hour here in the valley, gusting near 25 miles an hour across northern Arizona. Here's how the day shapes up. Temperatures back into the 60s as early as 10 a.m. after a start in the 50s. Then we'll reach that high of 72 by around 4 o'clock this afternoon. Warmer in the valley and warmer across northern Arizona as well, with highs in the 50s much of the week.
And for the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to abc15.com or download our free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.